I would like to welcome you to the jungle. So I will. Welcome to the jungle. But I'm not going to sing. This cartoon ape enjoys making games as well as playing games. Here's an example. It's called Small Towers. It's down below. Blah, blah, blah. But a different game that we've been making on this series called Design Chat is not called Small Towers. Nope, it's not. It's called Jump In. And I'm not going to recap the whole thing. I'm just not going to do that. But we can look at it. That's okay. Let's play through a little bit. Here we go. Boom. It's called Jump In. Let's jump in. Critter's all cute and blinking. And we can do this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Yes. And we start. And we go. Level 1. It looks like we're still supposed to go to the green square. That's easy. Oh, wait, it's shrinking. We got to go quick. Okay. Boom. Level 2. Ah, there's something in the way. It looks like a wall. Let's see. Is it a wall? It is, in fact, a wall. Okay, we will go around the wall and win. Yay. Level 3. Ooh, there's lots of walls. It's getting harder. But I got this. I can move. And it's shrinking slower, so I'm going to go this way, then this way. Okay. Boom. All right. Level 4 got crazy. Looks like we're going to have to move a luba. Let's go. We're going to go this way. Going to go behind the avatar, over this way. We're moving. Should we pause? No. Where should we go? We're going to go. We're going to get going. We're going to go this way. We're going to go that way. Okay, wait. Now, we should go this way. Then we should go this way. Go that way. Hopefully we'll get there in time. It looks like it's getting... Where should we go back? No. Go this way. Oh, what are you doing? No. Goodness. Wow, that was so close. And done. Okay. That's the game we got. And lately we've been saying, you know what's next? I think we're going to have to add some kind of extra thing that the player can encounter, like a door. So this is not a level, it's a test. But the level, the prototype level we have, does allow us to check and see what would this look like if we had a door piece that could open. And then we can go through, right? And it could close. And we can't go through. Right? Easy enough. So, good job, Design Workshop. You've done the job of making this. And it won't even close on us if we're in the way. If we get out of the way, it'll close automatically, but it won't close on us, which is good because we get trapped. Okay. Great. What we really want, though, is for a button to affect this. And what we decided was this might be a little much. The lines, the thing. We use a square for when you get into the win square. And when you lose, you have a choice of going into a button that says yes or no, and it looks like this. But could be better, right? That's what we've been talking about. We're going to work on the button now, because Design Workshop could move on and make the button work. But we've said we could make this button look cooler, and in the process... Oops. I literally just closed it. And in the process... Oh my goodness, I just did it again. It's because I'm trying to do the hotkeys to get the avatar to show up. And it happens to be the same hotkeys. Yeah, isn't that funny? Sorry. Well, it doesn't look like much now. Yeah. How did I make that the hotkey? Or how have I not run into this problem so far? If I use that hotkey in that way. That's crazy town. It seems like I should have run into that already. Okay. Let's try it again. That's a little big. There we go. This is the same size as our character sprite. There's our character. And what we can do is draw a button. A button which the character could sit on, right? That's a good idea. This is also in the game. This is one unit, one grid space. Like this is how big the character is in the game, and we could make the button the same size so it fits right here. In other words, we just have to draw. Let's draw a button. If you recall, we thought about this before. No, not that one, sorry. We thought about this before, and unfortunately I'm going to have to go search for this thing. Yeah. Okay. All right. Pause. I should have had this ready to go, and it was not ready to go, and my apologies. Unfortunately, because I do use GIMP quite often, this has gotten confused. No big deal. No big deal. All right. Did we get it? I think so. Okay. Previously, on Design Chat, we said, you know what would be cool is if we made the button look cool. That would be cool. We said, here's the size of the character. What if the button had this border around it? And we said the border flashing with the door would be great. The door piece flashing we'll ask Design Workshop to do. But this button, I really like this dark outline with an area that could be like, so the dark outline's like a little groove, and then the raised area around the button, and then a dark outline between that and the actual button square, so that it's like this deep groove where the button could actually press in. So this is like the edge of the button that goes on over here, yeah? I'll explain more when we get into it, but basically this character could fit right here. And the edges here could be right around the character. Right around here. So I'll just kind of sketch it out now, if my tablet will be friendly. Of course it won't be, but the point is, if I were to show a grid, yeah, that might be a good idea. This image, by the way, is 64 pixels by 64 pixels. And you might be saying, why 64? That's weird. And I would tell you, well, it's a power of 8. In fact, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is 8 grid lines, and the grid happens to be 8 by 8 pixels. So it's actually 64 pixels, basically. This is a power of 8 so that the computer can compress this image in the game engine more. It's easier. If you don't do this, you don't make your artwork a power of 8 in terms of the dimensions of the image. It will resize it for you. It will just do it. Here's my plan. This nifty border thingy might be thinner than 8, actually. But I like the idea of the button being that size. That's cool. In other words, let's go ahead and put a white box where we think the button will be. Now we can play with the outside of that. Actually, I'll just use, hold on. I love the rounded. Can we do the rounded? Yes, we should do the rounded. I will do that again. There's a way I can ask this to be, yeah, rounded. Thank you. Exactly. I don't know how many pixels. Let's try it. Okay, so if we did this, yeah. Now it does this blending kind of anti-alias stuff on the edge, but that's okay. With the character on it, in fact, let's just pop the character up here so it's always something we can use as a reference. Yeah, that'll look pretty good. Now, here, let's compose this. This is like the mask of where the thing is. Hold on, let's make this black. Well, let's do this again. Boop, 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 boop. This black. And I'll tell you why. I'm going to do a little bit of shrinking and growing on that square. Like I'll shrink 2. How big is 2? Yeah, 2 is okay. What is the size of the character outline? It's about 2, actually. Perfect. Perfect. So I will, whoops, I will use this. This is, this outline here on the inside. On the outside, I want a similar outline. But I don't think I need to use the rounded edges, do I? Let's do this. Separate layer, just to be careful about it. And fill the whole square. Fill the whole square, please. Thank you. And shrink it 2 again. Hold on. I do want it rounded here. Okay. Okay. So we will do this, but rounded. Okay. Is that what I'm talking about? I don't know if that's what I'm talking about. Two? Yeah, 2 by 2 by 2, okay. That's okay, right? You know what, that might be too much border, actually. Let's redo that. Do 1 instead of 2. Try it again, there we go. Yeah. What I'm going for is a look that maybe this is too much of a dark outline on the outside. This is less outline here on this drawing and more on the outside, but I think I want to reverse it. I could change my mind at any time, but we'll see. I'm going to put another layer, and I'm going to put it under. So this one is the inside, that's the outside, and now I'm going to do, I'm going to fill with gray, because you remember we were saying you can do this embossed look, where it looks like it's raised up or lowered, and it has to do with the lighting. I'm going to start with gray, and we'll see what happens here. Did I say gray? I meant gray. If I remember correctly, our walls are also 50% gray. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing yet. Okay. We said like you can pretend that there's like this light shining at this angle, and as long as it's consistent, it'll be fine. Doesn't matter what angle it is, but as long as it's consistent, and typically people expect light to come from up the top of the screen. In our case, we can also use, like I said, the dark looks like it's going down, like it's a groove or it's a hole, and the light can look like it's raised. So this bump is literally like gray with a light in the middle, right? A light piece in the middle. So let's do some of that. This, it's like in between this one and this one. In fact, can we select inside here and then deselect this? No, hold on. What? What are you doing, Gimp? No, I'm not asking you to. Oh, I am, because I have the wrong tool up. Okay. There we go. So now this is just the border. I'm going to, that's gray. This is a new layer. Let's put it on top of the gray. This can go lighter. This is where I'm going to start sculpting this raised border around the button. Because I can say leave this gray on the very edges of this border, and then as I shrink in, let's go to 2. Sure. Let's try it. Yeah. So it's a little bump. And if I shrink in 2 more again, I'm going to lose it all, right? Yes. Okay. So maybe try 1. Try shrink 1 here. We are dealing with like single pixel, details here. So actually this makes some sense. So I'll shrink again 1. And now go a little lighter. Sure. I mean, so here we're going to be helped by going back and looking at this the right size. This is literally the size of the image, and you can't see it, especially with the grid on. But we show it on screen at about this size or bigger, right? And that looks pretty cool. Yeah. It looks like it's raised up a little bit. Okay. Let's keep going with it. This is potentially the thing that lights up. So let's go full white. Hi. This is the thing I want to do. So it's kind of doing this. Maybe that's not bold enough, actually. I don't know. I don't know. Put that in the maybe pile. Okay. This is a more subtle raised up thing. That's much more bold. Okay, I'm down. Cool. Again, what we're looking for is this effect here. The dark on either side of this border is good. The gray in the middle is fine. And then what we've been doing is this, so we can do that. Cool. Now I really want to do this button thing, because this is the part that's going to be cool. I swear. It's not just a nerd talking. Okay. If this is, these are the two borders. In fact, I should start labeling these. Yeah? Border, inner. This is border, outer. This is color, or what do I call it typically? Fill. This would be emboss, I guess, because it's not really tone. Here we're going to do tone and stuff. Let's do tone and highlight. Here's what I mean. Give me the grid. Let's snap to the grid, yep. And this is the one we used for the black. This is now one we can use for the button. Okay. In general, this already looks raised up from the black edge because it's gray. Just basically the brighter, the more it looks like it's coming out at us, yes? All right, then. To get this look that we're talking about here, I'm going to claim a little border around here to either get really dark or really light or somewhere in between. So here we go. Doesn't have to be much either. Like what we did with the like this is too much almost, isn't it? Let's look at the character. Maybe not too much, no. Maybe not too much. In other words, this could be raised up because it is, the button is ready to be pressed. Boom. Okay. Or surface, I guess. Or it is down because it has been pressed. And I'll do this. Okay. Because we're going to do both this version and this version. And we're going to deliver for Design Workshop a button that is up and a button that is down. The border will stay the same. But depending on whether the player has jumped on the button or not, it'll look like this or look like that. And the treatment around the edges is what really sells it. But also, you know, this is either lighter or darker. That's what we got. Lighter or darker. So now, for up, how did I get that before? We did this and then we subtracted. Yeah. Oops. That's not how I want to do it. That's how I want to do it. Okay. So now we're just painting here. Oh, shoot. The first one was not far enough. There we go. Right? Yeah. And dark. There we go. So this tool is a little hard to see because everything is gray, including the highlight thing, so I realize it's difficult to see what I'm doing. But what I've done now is selected the whole button, including the edges, and then I deselected the center, so I'm not painting on this upraised part, basically. And now I should be able to paint with white or black. And what I'm actually looking for is not painting solid, because that would look like what? Yeah, that would look like this. Oh. Yeah, that would look like this, but I don't want to do that. I want portions of gray and black. Yeah, I hate my tablet. I actually really, 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 really hate my tablet. I'm not doing complicated art right now, tablet. You don't have to be... Oh my god. You really, really don't need to get in my way. I'm not doing anything complicated. Are you joking me? Okay, I'm going to draw with my mouse then. Because I literally cannot draw with this tablet. That's just the way it is. So this dark says this is definitely raised up, and there's some light coming from up here, right? Let's put a little bit more on the left side. That. And I'm going to lighten that up a bit and do this on the left side, including the bottom. Okay, so that treatment kind of looks like there's a bit of a light coming in an angle like this. I'm going to do the same with the white. Check, check, check. This says... Yeah, I'm literally just drawing with the mouse now. This is garbage to try and do with the tablet right now, which is sad. It's really sad. Cool. And likewise, I'm just turning down the opacity of the brush as I do this. That's what's up. It's probably a little aggressive on that side. Still a little aggressive. Why is this brighter than I expect? Okay. And see, it looks like it's coming out. Looks like it's popping out. Exactly what we want. We want the up button border. Or an edge. We'll call it an edge. So these go together. Boom. And now, as you might expect, we do the down button edge. So, right. The dark part is here. Actually, it needs to be dark, because I just did it dark. This. And then this. I guess I did it a different way. And I did the light, but that's alright. Yeah, I think so. What it simulates is if the button's sort of inverted and it has a raised edge on this, an edge that's angled towards the light down here. Which, that's odd. Granted, that's true, it is odd. Oops. Okay. So that it looks more like it's been pressed in. That looks like it's more raised out. Yeah, especially when this animates. Like, it'll be this way, and the character gets on it. Or, I guess, when they touch it. Like that. They could touch it from any side, so I kind of want this to look good, no matter what. This edge really isn't looking the edge I thought it would do. Yeah, just a little more dark. Yes. Now, this could be a different color. This could be a different color, I guess. Is that true? Could I have? Like, let's say this was blue. Right? Right. Yeah, so there's pieces of this that aren't. Why does that show more? I'm confused. It looks like I didn't draw that solid, but I drew it semi-transparent, and so there are pieces of this that aren't solid. There's some borders. Yeah, like that. Okay, that makes sense. Like this. Yeah, I guess that makes sense too. All right. Well, whatever. We'll do it this way, and then when we decide this is terrible, let's redo it. We will redo it. Okay. We have an up button. We have a down button. We have this border light. Or is it emboss? Light. Is this? Yeah. I want to do that. Okay. 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 Um, I think I want a separate image for this then. The design workshop is going to take this by itself, this piece. Boom, 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 boom. And then we can add that to this to make it do this. Sure. Also take this and add this or that. So maybe we need four different images. We need this base, we need this extra piece, and then we need this up and this down. So we need 4 pieces. I didn't think we did, but we do. Well, all right. Okay. I'll call it this button base, this button light. Sure. And I'm specifically going to leave this white because I know in the game engine we can actually color this one to be whatever we want. So if we do decide to use color for our buttons, we will. I need to make this one a separate one. This is up, button up. Or unpressed. Now I'll just call it up and down. It's easy. Pressed and unpressed, up and down, whatever. It's fine. Okay. By naming them, though, what we've got are separate layers we can use, and I think it's going to be okay. Our character jumps onto a button, and it goes from looking like it's up to looking like it is down. And I think that's okay. I can go blink, 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 blink. Alright. I am gonna bring that into the game engine. So we did this button surface with this embossed, this raised look for a button when it's up and one when it's down. And then we did this border around the button that can flash, and we will have to do some similar flash on the door at the same time, I guess. Workshop is going to do that. We don't have to do that. But it's good that we did that. Props. These are materials. I need textures, right? Remember we did this a long time ago. These images we did of the coin rotating, these animated frames, so long ago, right? Did the animated frames of the character, remember that? Yeah. Alright. Allow me to do this for 2 seconds while I bring in our new images. Fresh from GIMP. Wait. Button down, button light, button up. Where is the other one? Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Button base. PNG, please. Thank you. Okay. One moment. Okay. These 4 images now will go together. This is the base of the button. And in the center, we will fill it with either button up or button down. It's really clear now how that will show up. And then over this base as well, there's a light that can go on top. But you see how it's like there's black. Wasn't it transparent? Well, yes, we're going to import these images and do these import settings in such a way that it does respect the transparency. Boom. And we're also going to, I think we did the same thing on our character. No filter and other things. Let's go check what we did. Yeah, no filter 64. Yeah, let's do those. No reason not to, and the reason to do it is for consistency, so the artwork all looks like it belongs in the same place. Okay. We are going to let Design Workshop code this, but we could construct the button. In other words, these images need to be put together, and either up or down is going to be shown on top of the base, and also this light is going to be on top of the base. So we have like 3 layers of stuff. Let's make 3 layers of stuff. Yeah. I'm going to hide my avatar so we can just see a environment there. And I'm going to create a quad like we normally do for most things. This is going to sit in the center of the world for the moment. And it is 1 by 1 by 1, so it's exactly the right size for what we were thinking. That's the same size as our character. 1 by 1 by 1. Okay. Oh, well, 1 by 1. It is flat, actually. It's a 2D game. But here's the thing. Collider, I guess we actually do want a collider now that I think about it. I think we may defer to Design Workshop for fancy things. Fancy things. You see down below how the archers are firing their arrows, and that's cool, but what they do, you see them like arch up, like they bend the top part of their body up to angle the arrow higher. And in fact, if they're up on a tower, they'll angle the body down, right? There's actually 2 parts to the archer. The archer is very special because of that move. The other characters don't need to do this, but the archer needs to pull the arrow back, and when they do, that top part of their body needs to rotate. It's a separate layer. And I mean fancy stuff because to do that, I made a shader that takes 2 images. Most shaders do not. The shaders for our character, for example, right here, well, he's just got 1. It's just 1 image. But I made a shader that could take 2. In fact, it could angle it and do all kinds of things. We can get fancy with a shader, but it's probably a little too advanced for this project because I would like to keep it simple. So the other way we can do it, there's always another way, start with this. Let's make a material. Same simple material that we do here. This is what? Lit untransparent? Yeah, let's do that. Unlit transparent. And in fact, this doesn't even need to be transparent. It's just a texture. And I will put the base on it because I show you the preview. There it is. This will look fine. That's fine. And that's exactly how we drew it too. So it doesn't need to be anything else. This could be called button base, where that goes here. Boom. And so we can kind of see how this is going to look, right? But there's more to it. There's more layers, right? This is the artwork that's actually a little too clean compared to the rest of our art, but that's okay. That's all right. We will call this a button for now. Actually, I do want to call it something separate. Can I call it something different? I'm going to call it trigger button for now, because it's very specifically not the UI button that we use already. It's not the win square either. All right. But what we can do now is layer by just adding more quads. That's fine. If I create another quad, but ignore collision, for example, take this out. I don't need this. Remove. I've got a new image I can use. I'll put it basically in the same spot, but now I'm going to raise it up by just putting it over here. It doesn't have to be very tall, or it doesn't need to be moved very far in front. What do we call this one? Well, I'll just call it button piece, I suppose. Because what this would be is a material that has either up or down. Right? Again, it is unlit, but this one is transparent because we need to preserve. We don't want to cover anything up underneath. So this is where button up or button down could be. Boop. We can use that here. Boom. So this now looks different, right? Keep your eye right here. I'm going to turn this piece on and off. And it looks like it's popping out a little bit, right? That's exactly what we want. Likewise, if this were showing the button down piece, it looks like it went down. So here's our button. It looks like it's up, and then it looks like it's down, right? That's what we want. Ooh. Last but not least, I want to do, actually, let's just copy this. Copy and paste. This could be button light. Yeah, we haven't really named these things yet. That is part of our job. I'm going to make a new material. It is going to be the same type, unlit, transparent. And I'm going to say this is where button light goes. Boom. We should be able to color this, actually. And even that is not really possible here. I think there's a shader that could give us that, but long story short, this is where I want to start making shaders. It's just that shaders is a different language. It's not crazy town, but it's just weird enough that it would take a long time to describe what the heck we're doing. which is kind of what we would need to do. A little unfortunate. Long story short, though, this piece is now separate. And likewise, we can put it on top a little bit more. And now we can turn this on and off. And so it looks like the button has a light on it. Cool, yeah? And these three together can be part of the same object because I don't have any problem parenting these other pieces to trigger button and have the trigger button be the main thing. So now it's just one piece. Actually, we might need to sit under. Yeah, under the character. Right? Always under the character. That's reasonable. Even if our collision on this thing is big, right? Oops. Too much. There we go. Yeah, there we go. What I'm worried about is the character actually needs to collide with this thing. It's going to be a trigger, actually. I'm sure it is. So it just needs to be in the same space. Okay. The same depth, that is. Cool. So I think for now, at least we can have a piece that can light up and flash so the player knows which button and wall pair go together. So we can effectively flash these as well. These doors can have a material that also flashes. I don't know how yet. We're going to leave that up for design workshop. But the button piece as well has the ability to look like it's up or it is down like this. I think that's good. Cool. Fancy. Actually, this art is fancier than what we've had so far. Is that too much? I don't know. It is fancier. Is it going to cause us to make the rest of the art fancy? I don't know. We haven't done anything with the background at all. We haven't done anything with this background at all. Like, does that dark groove look odd against the background of just solid blue? I don't know. You know? But for now, I think it's okay. If we just start asserting that this is a button space and you can jump on that button and, you know, push it in, the player will get it. I think that's reasonable to assume. And likewise, we're going to assert that blinking this is going to be the indicator for which button it goes with which door. And I think that's true. The last thing we should do is go ahead and make this a prefab. You want to see how complicated this is? It's so complicated. It's crazy complicated. You ready? Ready? Okay, here it is. Here it is. You ready? Ready? I'm going to make a prefab now. Let's open our prefabs folder. We have prefabs for our environment. These are like the walls and stuff, yeah? We have a door piece. This is dynamic, yeah? Let's just drag this in there and drop it. Okay, yeah, we're done. That's how you make a prefab. It's actually supposed to be easy. So this could be... Actually, let's make sure this is zeroed out. So that if we drag in one, it lands in 0, 0, 0. Oh, no, I want it to be... Here we go. Let's try try it again. I want to make sure this is right. Yeah. The Z depth is important because it's going to matter if the player can touch this or not. So, cool. By default, it's in the right spot. Because when we're building levels, we're not going to want to worry about Z at all. We're just going to want to make it work. There's no code on this. It doesn't do anything. You know, it kind of just looks like a button, and that's all. For now, that's fine, actually. But it has the pieces and, most importantly, the art that Design Workshop will need. They'll do the code. I just thought it would be fun for us to make the art. Right? It's cool. Now, this is not where the button will be, because you have to open the door with the button, right? All right. Okay. So in this case, you touch the button, and then you can open the door. So you hit play. You go over here. Oh, of course, it's solid. Hold on. Let's fix that on the prefab too, actually. This needs to be a trigger. Oh, do I have... Wait a minute. Why is this... It's set to is trigger. There's nothing else solid here, right? Oh, can we not have any collider at all? We're gonna have our design workshop tackle this problem, but apparently it can't have a collider on it. It's not gonna be a trigger. Okay, we'll do our same routine that we do for everything else, like our wind square and stuff. We already have a button code, actually. We'll let Design Workshop figure it out, but this is what it looks like. We have a button to go push the button, and then we go through the door. Because the door can open. Open, open, open. Open, open. There. And then we go through the door. So press the button, go to the door. Yep. Cool. All right. I like getting that done. Design Workshop will thank us. Yeah, I don't think I want to go into shader code on this series because, I mean, it's super cool and it does work like layers in Photoshop, but it is, in other words, we can make things more flexible in our game. The appearance of things and just layer things together and blah, blah, blah. The idea that this archer can angle their body up as they shoot and it's rotating and all that. So it's really neat stuff. It's just a simple shader, but even just layering stuff together. I have to layer things together for the towers in this game because the archer has to walk in the tower. Well, there's a back of the tower and there's a front of the tower, and they literally slide in between those two layers, and that's what it looks like going in or standing up at the top of the tower. That's how I do it. This is done with shaders, and it's not too hard, but mostly I would have to say, like, trust me, this works, which is really not what this series is about. Hey, what is this series about? Well, we talk about design best practices in plain language. That's kind of why I don't want to do it. Anyway, what we've done today is good, and we've helped make our game go forward based on designs that we thought of on paper, and now it's in the engine. And so we'll ask Design Workshop to pick it up and make it work. Slowly but surely, we're getting that next piece of our game in there. Because this cartoon ape in a jungle likes to make games as well as play games. If you're interested in that, then do follow. When you show up, please use Command Tie. Command Tie lets me know you're here, which is a good thing. Until then, have fun, do well, be good, stay safe. See ya.